Villages without running water. It's a tough situation. Sanitation is really becoming at the brink of disaster at times if you just have a little bit of machinery breakdown here. People are, without running water. Nobody's really got a shower in their home. There's what they call the honey bucket, where urine and manure is in a bucket, and that's a pretty unhealthy situation. I think health standards are not there. In fact, we have a clinic here that has a honey bucket, and it has no water to wash their hands. And this is health care.
Our clinic has a very big trash can. The city janitor brings in water and fills it up from the creek. We take a water pitcher, dip into the big bucket, and you just pour that water over your hands to wash your hands.
Government's been in here and doing feasibility studies, getting an annual contract through Juneau, getting an annual contract to develop water and sewer for Teller, and we don't ever see them or see results, and every year goes. The next thing is funding, and there's no funding. Apparently it's going to be harder and harder to get. What's amazing to me is there's a road from Nome to Council. There's nothing but a few summer homes at the other end of the road. There's no permanent settlement. Nobody lives there. The state is spending $50 million to upgrade the road, and they couldn't put $10 million in water and sewer in Teller for approximately 300 people. This is amazing.
It's hard. We used to haul water all the time just to wash dishes or wash our hair. Now I think everybody's spoiled by running water.
It keeps people more healthy and active. And although it's a drag to bring our laundry to the washateria, it gives me something to do.
There was no high schools in the villages, so they went out to boarding schools. The furthest one I know of was in Oklahoma. I wound up there for a couple of years. I didn't know how I felt about it. It was just what happened. It's what everybody did.
On paper, the standards are going to look very much the same. I don't think there's any question that's lower. The gap between the practiced village, home-based language and academic language in school is a big gap. As a result, to be able to connect or to keep some sense of achievement and accomplishment under the feet of these students, the stretch of their learning has got to be reduced somewhat in order for them to continually move to the next level.
The parents don't know where their children are. I think parenting skills went to pieces depending too much upon the schools to do it for them.
From my experience in the lower 48, the attendance here is quite a bit worse. A lot of the students here can't see a need to come to school. Due to the lifestyle that they lead, the subsistence lifestyle, they can't see a need to learn a lot of the things that we're trying to teach them. So they just don't bother coming to school a whole lot. The vocational program really helps to keep the kids coming to school. Last year was the first time we had vocational classes here, and I had students that wouldn't even show up in the mornings, but they made sure they was here for their shop classes in the afternoon. The shop classes are actually teaching the kids the things that they need to know. It's stuff that they can use here around the village, learn to repair their snow machines, four-wheelers, learn to weld, learn to do some carpenter work and build things and plumbing and wiring and whatever I can think to teach them. This is Pat. I don't have trouble getting classroom equipment. I can get just about all the equipment that I want. It's the really fun chemicals and stuff to use for my physics classes and chemistry classes that I can't get. And the reason I can't get them is because it's ground shipment only. And nothing comes in by ground up here. Everything has to be flown in. Well, we are the only school district in the United States, the only public school district in the United States that does a true biathlon, where the kids ski and shoot guns at the same time. We, those are the pellet guns that we use for our postal meets. Guns up here are a common thing to see around the school and even in the school. I have kids bring guns into me that they want repaired. I try to coax them into bringing them into me after school to be repaired, but sometimes they'll show up in the middle of the afternoon with a gun wanting to get it repaired, and it's no big deal. I've got guns right back here in my cabinet. They're the school guns. We are the only school district in the United States, the only public school district in the United States that does a true biathlon, where the kids ski and shoot guns at the same time.
One of the big concerns, though, that I do have as far as education is the large number of dropouts that we do have. A significant percentage of of students are dropping out, and I think we're losing those children that are coming along that could be very strong assets in the future for one reason or another.
Honor and respect and hard work. That value is kind of not being valued too well. It seems to be the norm with Western culture, that you give an allowance, a weekly allowance or some set of rules, chores. I don't see that done here in any villages too much. Maybe there's some out there that
There's only a handful of employment here, and you got your native corporation, you have a store, a school, a clinic in the city, and they're secretarial, mostly secretarial work, book work, health aides.
There doesn't really seem to be much of a sense of time, and I think part of that is because most people don't have jobs. The children are out literally all night long. It's light all night, they can play out. After 5 o'clock, that's when animals are out, and that's when the hunting is best, and these people are out and about literally up all night long, going in boats to go fishing and to hunt reindeer and bears and whatever they're hunting.
I think with the change of lifestyle, there's a lot more idle time. If I see somebody from 6 or 7 years old to the age of 25 or 30, if I see them out at 7 in the morning, I just assume they haven't been to bed yet. Nobody gets up that early.
Even the adults, they'll stay home and Facebook or play games and, you know, do that kind of stuff all night and just don't do nothing during the day.
As far as a culture, as a race of people, and as far as being a productive person, we are at an all-time low. We're the lowest that we have gone on the scale as far as being a responsible people. And the false type of sense of life that we got here, I think that is weakening. With the welfare system, the assistance programs, we are living a life that's not necessarily real. If we were to dollar for dollar have the sort of lifestyle, we couldn't afford it at all whatsoever.